Speaking of things going under, Turkey's economy is moving in the same direction. That's what years of Erdoganomics can do. Tank your economy. The latest inflation numbers are out. Turkish consumer prices are up 67%. That's a shade over what experts predicted, 67%. Let's look at the sector-wise split. Education reported a 91% hike. If you were spending $10 in education last year, it has now doubled. You'll have to spend almost $20. Health expenses are up 81%. Transportation is up 78% and hospitality almost 95%. So every single thing is more expensive. And why is that? A major reason is the Turkish currency, the lira. It has lost 40% value in 1 year and 82% of its value in the last 5 years. So the lira is nosediving. And what is President Erdogan doing about it? Well, normally, inflation has a routine treatment. Your central bank increases the interest rate, it reduces money supply and brings down inflation. That's normal economics. But Erdogan had his own theories. He was against increasing interest rates. He thought it un Islamic. But after the presidential elections last year, he relented. From May 2023, Turkey's central bank announced 8 rate hikes. And wait for this, a total of 3,650 basis points, which is around 36%. Imagine that, a 36% increase in interest rates. But last month, the central bank made a U-turn. It said no more interest hikes. You see, Turkey is heading to the polls. Local elections are due on the 31st of March, and Erdogan's party has a point to prove. In 2019, he lost 2 major cities, Istanbul and Ankara. So this time, he wants to win them back. Hence the pause on rate hikes. But these latest inflation numbers will also raise questions. Clearly, it's not the time to pause. If anything, you need more rate hikes. But what about structural issues? Investors look at certain things before putting their money in a country, like how predictable is the policy making? Is the central bank independent? Is the rule of law upheld? Under Erdogan, the answer is no. So investors gradually fled Turkey. Just look at the numbers. Foreign investment in Turkey peaked in 2007. It was almost $22 billion. But last year, it was just $10.6 billion. That's a 51% drop in 17 years. You can't blame global sentiment for this fall. This is clearly Erdogan's fault. He has made Turkey uninvestable. What the country needs is orthodox economics, a rational and level-headed policy. But tell that to President Erdogan. He's more interested in big power politics. We saw that last year. Erdogan positioned himself between Russia and the US. He also opposed the expansion of NATO. Both moves had the same objective. He wanted to obtain concessions from the West. But when the time came, what did Erdogan ask for? F-16 fighter jets. It tells you what his priorities are. Last year, Turkey spent $16 billion on defense. Guess how much they will spend this year? $40 billion, a 150% jump in defense spending. What is Turkey doing with this money? Making jets and drones. One of them was showcased last month, a new 5th generation fighter jet. Only 3 countries have such advanced planes, the US, Russia and China. I guess Erdogan wanted to join that list. It's the same tendency that we spoke about, a penchant for big power politics. But the Turkish economy cannot bankroll it right now. And that is Erdogan's biggest fault. He has led Turkey into confusion, financial, political and religious confusion. The central bank does not know whether to increase or decrease interest rates. The people do not know whether they should be liberal or conservative. And the leaders do not know which camp Turkey belongs to, the Western, the anti-Western, or the middle. It's a confusion that is hurting the Turkish people.